Continuing with Genesis 11. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said to one another, Come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Come, let us build a city and a tower, whose top may reach to heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, in which the children of men were building. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be withheld from them, which they have schemed to do. Come, let us go down and confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from there upon the face of all the earth, and they ceased to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Bavel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begot Arpachshad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begot Arpachshad 500 years and begot sons and daughters. And Arpachshad lived 35 years and begot Shelach. And Arpachshad lived after he begot Shelach 403 years and begot sons and daughters. And Shelach lived 30 years and begot Ever. And Shelach lived after he begot Ever 403 years and begot sons and daughters. And Ever lived 34 years and begot Peleg. And Ever lived after he begot Peleg 430 years and begot sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and begot Reu. And Peleg lived after he begot Reu 209 years and begot sons and daughters. And Reu lived 32 years and begot Serug. And Reu lived after he begot Serug 207 years and begot sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years and begot Nahor. And Serug lived after he begot Nahor 200 years and begot sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 29 years and begot Terach. And Nahor lived after he begot Terach 119 years and begot sons and daughters. And Terach lived 70 years and begot Avram, Nahor, and Haran. Now these are the generations of Terach. Terach begot Avram, Nahor, and Haran. And Haran begot Lot. And Haran died before his father Terach in the land of his nativity in Ur-Kasdim. And Avram and Nahor took wives for themselves. The name of Avram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and the father of Yiscah. But Sarai was barren, and she had no child. And Terach took Avram his son, and Lot the son of Haran his son's son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his son Avram's wife, and they went out with them from Ur-Kasdim to go into the land of Canaan. And they came to Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Terach were 205 years, and Terach died in Haran. Now the Lord said to Avram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, to the land that I will show thee, and I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them and curse him that curses thee. And in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. So Avram departed. So Avram departed as the Lord had spoken to him, and Lot went with him. And Avram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. And Avram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had acquired in Haran, and they went forth to go to the land of Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came. And Avram passed through the land to the place of Shechem, unto the terebinth of Moreh. And the Canaanite was then in the land. And the Lord appeared to Avram, and said, To thy seed will I give this land. And there he built an altar to the Lord, who had appeared to him. And he removed from there to a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. And there he built an altar to the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. And Avram journeyed, going on still toward the Negev. And there was famine in the land, and Avram went down to Mitzrayim to sojourn there, for the famine was severe in the land. And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter to Mitzrayim, that he said to Sarai his wife, Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Mizrim shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive. Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. And it came to pass that, when Avram was come to Mitzrayim, the Mitzrim beheld the woman, that she was very fair. The princes also of Pharaoh saw her, and commended her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house, and he treated Avram well for her sake. And he had sheep and oxen and he-asses, and men servants and maidservants, and she-asses and camels. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Avram's wife. And Pharaoh called Avram, and said, What is this that thou hast done to me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife? Why didst thou say, She is my sister, so I might have taken her to be my wife? So I might have taken her to me to wife? Now therefore behold thy wife, take her, and go thy way. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away, and his wife, and all that he had. And Avram went up out of Mitzrayim, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him, into the Negev. And Avram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And he went on his journeys from the Negev, even to Bethel, to the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Ai, to the place of the altar which he had made there at the first. And there Avram called on the name of the Lord. And Lot also, who went with Avram, had flocks and herds and tents, and the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together. For their substance was great, so they could not dwell together. And there was a strife between the herdmen of Avram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle. And the Canaanite and the Perizzai dwelt then in the land. And Avram said to Lot, Let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we are brethren. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left. And Lot lifted up his eyes, and behold, all the plain of the Yarden that was well watered everywhere before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Mitzrayim, as thou comest to Zoar. Then Lot chose him all the plain of the Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves one from the other. Avram dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent towards Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly. And the Lord said to Avram, after Lot was separated from him, Lift up now thy eyes, and look from the place where thou art, northward and southward and eastward and westward. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. Arise, walk through the land in the length of it and in the breadth of it, for I will give it to thee. Then Avram removed his tent, and came and dwelt by the terebinths of Mamre, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar to the Lord. That's Genesis up to Genesis 14.